The Valley Cast, the Valley Cast. What am I doing here? The Valley Cast, the Valley Cast. I haven't slept in 4 days. My grades are dropping. It's obviously not my fault. I'll have to blame it on some strangers on the internet. The Valley Cast, the Valley Cast. You're ruining my life. The Valley Cast, the Valley Cast. I'm learning new vices.
I'm learning new vices?
That's sad.
Are we all?
That's a fun, sad intro.
Are we all Friends watchers to some extent?
I not really.
Smelly cat.
Yeah, that was Smelly Cat.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't like Friends at all, and
Smelly
even
cat.
I knew that.
You don't
I
like
also
Friends?
don't like Friends.
Friends.
No.
That's a controversial statement.
You know,
At all, zero?
can I
At all,
say,
zero.
Alana and I will, whenever we stay in a hotel,
The two white guys disagree with you guys.
We are upset because we identify with
Seinfeld?
every
Yeah,
character.
Chandler
on
and
the
Ross.
Seinfeld.
Fucking-
Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Oh, but that was like
Like,
kinda
that's
like
not
a
fair because we're
meh.
white.
My bar for sitcoms is very low, though.
so Alana and I will stay, whenever we're staying in a hotel or something, Humbleberg, we'll like turn on the TV because we don't have broadcast television. And for some reason, no matter what, Friends is on something. Like you change the channel and it's like, oh, there's Friends.
Do you know
and
why-
Alana likes Friends. She or loves it. I don't know if she loves it or likes it, but she likes it. And we'll watch Friends for like it'll just be on, and I'll just watch it and be like, I just don't like this.
Do you know why they called it broadcast television back in the days, like the 50s?
Because it actually was broadcast via
no,
airwaves.
because they thought only women would watch it.
Okay, that's really stupid.
That's all the time we have for today.
Thank you guys for listening to the Valley Cast.
What a stupid thing. What a stupid thing for you to say.
Okay, that's really stupid.
Today I went
did?
to a thing and someone was like, I'm heating up pastries for you. And I was like, pastries? More like tastries. And they were like,
You need to leave the
No,
store, sir.
They did
Please
not
leave.
like that.
Who did that intro?
Yeah.
that was done by This Is For the Valley Cast.
Oh.
And it's called Patty Pan Squash by Phoebe Buffet.
Oh, well, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
There we
That's
go.
Great.
And it says, I made this here. I apologize. And then it says, writer from the Orlando area. There's a lot of mixed things here.
Friends could have been cookie cutter. Friends may not have been diverse. It was 100% not diverse.
Definitely problematic.
There was definitely no. I don't know. Well, if you're one,
There's a lot of fat shamey, a lot of gay
think-
panic, a lot of.
there
I
is
just
some of
remember
that
it being boring.
funny writing,
And it's
like,
boring,
It was
yeah.
there's good writing.
You have a lot of gay panic, though, Steve.
Well, I'm
we
just
still
pan-
think you're funny.
I just have I just have everyone panic.
Yeah, people panic.
I'm panicked by everybody and everything. It also says good stuff. I'm also from Orlando area, not a good part of Orlando. I literally never
Called
met.
Orlando. It's classic.
I've literally never met anyone here who listens to the boys. Good to know there are more. Did you get to Elliot's Tampa show? I was working.
That's very sweet.
Chandler's one of the funniest guys in
It's moving right
sitcom
along.
history, but you do bring up
Oh,
gay
we're still on
panic,
Friends.
and oh yeah, for sure. Chandler definitely was the epitome of gay panic for sure on
Yes.
that show. Yeah,
There was like a gay panic episode that was like
well, it was called the one with gay panic.
yeah. It was called Gay Panic at the Disco.
Ahead of its time.
It was way ahead of its time.
yeah. Ladies
Anyway,
and gentlemen,
guys,
we have a guest today.
We have a wonderful guest today. Who is it, Joe?
Who is it?
Well, who is
Who
it?
is it, Elliot?
Who is
Out
it,
of
Elliot?
the four of
All
us.
right.
Who is it, Ryan?
I've
Who
been
is
absent
it?
Ariana, who is
today.
it?
I don't know.
Who is it?
I'm back.
Kate, Kevin, who is it?
Thank you guys for having me.
Kevin, who is it?
It's a
Kevin.
pleasure.
Kevin. Kevin. Ross.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Mari from Smosh Games fame.
Hey, hello.
Smosh fame. And we also have Mari from Mari fame
Mari
and
frame.
fame and NASA fame. Which I want to talk about that. What's crazy little partnership you got
NASA.
going on. I saw that.
Mari, you just put out a fucking video
Are
that
you talking about the
could have
TikTok?
broken the
Oh,
internet.
banger.
Did you break the internet?
I broke myself. I broke
You
my
broke
internet.
my you could break the internet with this video. It's literally a dancing. It's like
Yeah.
a dance-off fashion show
Yeah.
TikTok.
and there's
Yeah.
a surprise in
And
it.
there are two surprises.
Yeah,
in
two
it.
surprises.
I'm
And-
sorry. I'm very surprised with Robert Picardo.
Yeah.
Because
The whole thing
I
was nuts.
love Robert Picardo, and
Yeah.
not just because of Star Trek. He's like in every Joe Dante movie. What is that?
Someone doing shaving
Oh,
down
it's
at
the
the
people
spa.
under us.
They're doing
Oh,
shaving.
They're doing the
no.
fat
Fat
thing.
shaving.
There's like no,
Fat shaving
What's
is
fat
different.
shaving?
it's so they have a machine that uses radio waves to like apparently cut out fat.
Let's
or
just
whatever.
invite guys. We have a special guest today. We have Fat Laser
the
Beam.
fat laser beam
Ooh.
machine.
Hey, you guys shut up and let the fat laser beam talk for
Yeah,
a second.
yeah. Thank
Sorry,
you.
we're
Just
talking over the fat
released
laser
a
beam.
banger of a video.
Here's the thing.
Poignant.
We had to speak with them, and they said they would never do it during the week. So someone's gonna have to go down there and ask them.
Well, someone
to maybe
has
not
to
do
laser
it.
their fat away.
How long did it last last time?
It was an hour. Mike and I did an entire dynamic banter, like I think the end of it or something.
I like it. I think it's soothing.
Well, this is like
sounding.
what it's like to
Oh,
be a
you're not
crazy
gonna like it
person.
in 5 minutes.
Oh, I
Man.
bet I won't.
We only have Mario for so long. Do we?
Someone has to run down there and tell them to please stop.
They have a client. What do you?
I
do?
know, but they told us they wouldn't do it during the. We have an
Do
agreement.
you want to go down there?
No, I'm
Okay, then
absolutely
it looks
not.
like no one's going down
Because I
there.
did it last time, so it's somebody else's. Boop.
I'm 100% not going to tell the people, and you're not going to,
Yeah.
and Joe's not going
Nobody, like we can't. It's their business.
to. I think this is
I mean,
very
this is
funny.
our business.
I don't know why I keep thinking that I can understand these sounds. Coming
Yeah,
in.
it
Yeah,
sounds
it's
like
like
a
Morse code.
No, it's like a
just
like an
watched.
old school Atari game. Just picture like Pong or tanks going
Yeah.
on. Man,
I mean, they told us they
God
told us they wouldn't do
dang
it
it.
during the week and would only do it on the weekend.
I love when
That's
it
not-
hits that pitch up high.
does that mean they get like a real good fat cell?
That's what
It's
it
like,
is. Yeah, it has to be.
So
What
here's
are
the question: does it make the podcast
Yes.
unlistenable if we keep going
Yes.
forward?
Yes, 100%.
Let us know in the comments.
Whoa, that was a good one.
Ooh,
That's
that
a
was
good
big
one.
one.
And
Yeah,
here's
that-
the thing.
there goes that Big Mac.
There's no channel to lower. There's nothing to stop. Like, I can't turn off a channel. It's all going to just be like that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna keep this.
I
And we're
mean,
gonna
I don't
jump
mind
cut
it.
to something eventually. So the next thing that we jump cut to, we'll hopefully have Mari. It may have one less of us though. And we're back.
And you guys didn't notice anything because I hit pause, not stop.
The
so it's
fat-
just going to be a pause.
the proverbial fat has been fried.
Let's hope.
It's been.
It could be. They could be taking a little break or something.
Maybe it was really painful. You're like, don't do this.
Those radio waves are killing me.
How were they? Were they nice? How was your experience?
She looked at me. There are a couple of foreign ladies, and there's a little bit of a language gap or a cultural gap, and they
I
always
should have gone down
they
there.
always just stare at me. They just stare, and I'm like, "You've seen me before."
Wait, they stared at you when you
I come in
stepped in.
peace.
yeah, yeah. Like she poked
Well,
her, she
did
pokes her
they-
head around the corner.
Did they
Like
look
I'm
at
not
your?
supposed to be there.
Did they look at your sinewy body and go, "We can't do anything for you"?
That's exactly what she said.
Yeah,
And then one in the back was like, "I can do it." I'm like, "Nope."
Joe, I would describe your body most of the time as pretty sinewy.
Well, it's very nice of you.
Yeah, I don't know what your. I don't know how you do it, but you've always been like weirdly like a vac man. Like there's no
vac man?
Like do you ever
Ooh,
look
hard
in the
body.
mirror like a hard body? You look like a hard body.
There's a hard body.
I hide it. I hide it well. I
a
have
good
my sadness
hashtag.
and my shame.
Hashtag
and I keep
hard
it in my
body.
shirt.
Joe's a
Yeah.
hard body.
Hashtag Joe is a
Well,
hard.
It's
body.
not what
keep
it used
going
to
that
be
way.
because it's not that.
I don't know, man. I think you look great.
I'd wear
Well,
that T-shirt.
Anyway,
very kind of you
so
all.
getting back on topic here, Mari, we were just talking about this.
Bill, not. Oh, whoa.
She wants to say something to you.
Oh,
To me?
yeah.
Oh, come in.
Come on in.
Who knows you guys getting my husband and my son asking?
Oh, okay. Hang on just a sec.
Oh.
Hello.
We have another special guest.
Yes. Hi. Hey, my name's Steve. We work above in the 201
Above your mother.
suite above
Yeah.
your mom. I
He
guess.
also does podcasts too. We've talked about it. Yeah. Do you want to say hi?
Oh. Oh, awesome.
If you're just joining
I could
us.
play it for you. I
Steve
couldn't
is
play
on
it
the
for you
phone.
now, but it's essentially it kind of just sounds like internet connection. We have 4 mics plugged into a Zoom. We haven't gone
in
directly into the
the,
wall,
the
but I don't
Asian
know
part
what
of the world.
would
Start it
going
again?
directly into the wall.
Sun
maybe-
bear.
Look up a sun bear. So we got an update. It's called the Kuma shape.
Kuma shape. That's
Kuma
that's
shape.
that's the fat
Is the
burning.
radio transmitting
machines.
fat burn. We're gonna have to try this.
Does
Make
it
a video.
hurt?
I would love to do it.
Yeah. What does it
No,
feel
it's
like?
a deep tissue massage.
Oh, the
On
massage.
his feet
Oh, then I'm in.
for the radio frequencies gives the
Oh wow.
Whoa. And does it like break down fat?
Yes.
And then what happens with the fat?
Yeah.
Get out.
You pee it out.
You pee out the fat?
Pee out and poo out.
You pee and poo out the fat?
I didn't know you could pee fat out.
Whoa.
Okay.
You got to have a good
How much-
fatty
Yeah.
pee stream if you're wanting to live a healthy lifestyle.
Would you say you lose?
It's
Look
like
into it.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it'd probably be more of a scheduling thing than anything. Like, I don't know if we'd need to do post removal if we could just like schedule around when the device. Oh, sure. Sure.
If you're just joining us, Steve's on the phone with his therapist right now.
Of course. Yeah.
Oh.
Patreon.com/The Valley Folk.
Mark,
Oh yeah.
This is actually what happens on every
Oh,
podcast.
totally.
It's a running gag.
Yeah.
It's just a test.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
see,
yeah.
To see
You're
who
doing
cracks.
well. You're doing
But
very
yeah, I
well.
mean, if there is a way to figure out to use them in conjunction somehow too, then that would be awesome. Yeah. Nobody. It's not a big deal.
This
you know,
is so
nobody's
not
like,
problematic.
This
and I
isn't
was
like a
just coming down to
problem.
see.
It's just
when
like,
you're
oh,
done
it's a
so we
funny
can
thing
just
that happens
schedule making a
sometimes.
Eat that retin link. Literally, eat my fat poop.
Okay.
They would too.
Yeah, they do that. Give it to their chef. He'll turn it into cinnamon toast crunch or something.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know if you've seen it.
Totally,
No,
I would
I
love
don't- I'm
that.
not
Yeah,
going
just
to,
come
but you can
by.
tell me about it.
There's
we can figure it out.
moments
I think
where
your
when
mom has
she's
our
fighting,
info, and if
it's
not,
like
we'll pass it to
everything
her,
she
and
sees
then,
is like
yeah, we
glitter
can figure something
bombs
out
and
in the
like
future.
colorful and stuff
General.
like that.
Thank you so much.
He's a good kid. I like it. Great, thank you, kid.
All right.
Don't let her back in here again.
And hey guys, and we're back.
All right.
And
I
we're
wonder
back
what's
with-
going to happen next.
We,
and we're
um,
back with Mari from Smart.
I thought that I wasn't going to be upstaged by another guest, but you guys did this to me.
I mean,
I
This
don't-
is
I don't-
amazing.
I'd love to talk about what just happened, but there's a potential that person could listen to this.
I think we heard everything. Too.
well, no,
I mean,
like the
you know.
basic rundown is.
Hey, I just unplugged my. All right, I'm
okay.
gonna leave.
The radio transmission stuff messed with our stuff, with our equipment. So we stopped and we went downstairs and we're like, "Hey, when you done?" And they were like 25 minutes. And
Thank
I
you.
think they might have thought we were upset. So she called her podcasting son.
Who works
to
in the
see-
industry,
to see if he
apparently.
could help out, and it was very kind. She came up, she gave Steve the phone, and Steve talked for a half an hour to try to figure out how the buzz would not interrupt us.
You know, because you're trying to be respectful. You're just meeting this guy, and this guy was being very
No,
nice.
everybody's
Yeah.
this
Everyone was
neighbors,
being
too.
very
kind.
nice.
It was just kind.
Yeah, and the guy on
Yeah.
the phone was very nice.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, he had quite a few things to say and quite a few suggestions on what could be making that happen. And, you know, he's got his mom's best interests at heart. And
I think she probably thought we were more upset than we were,
yeah,
which was
yeah.
zero.
Well, I hope he explains to her, because I explained to him that, like, none of this is a problem. It's just funny.
Ooh, and the name is, I don't know if we
We're
kept it in or
different
not.
people. We're
But the
just
machine is called a Kuma Shaper.
Genius.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to hear about the Kuma shape machine?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a rundown of the Kuma Shape Machine, the physical therapy equipment, fat-burning tool that is directly below our podcast table that sometimes makes our audio sound like an old Atari video game system.
Wait, Elliot, I hope if you have something different,
I
then
have one with typos.
I have one with
Pretty
typos
fun.
as well, and I really want to read them.
Okay,
Can I
go
read
for
them?
it. Go for it. Yeah.
About the Kuma shape machine. Is this the same page?
Yeah, yeah,
Rolly?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Kuma shape is an easy, non-invasive, no doing time, comfortable.
Oh yeah, no, that's the word.
No doing time.
no doing time.
No, don't time.
deep therapeutic treatment that answers the patient demand for full body contouring. It combines 4 different technologies, including, count this down,
1.
IR,
Infrared.
infrared, bipolar radio frequency.
Say
Is that a
with me,
radio
Mari.
frequency that gets mad sometimes?
That's number
It could be. Who's to say?
2.
And mechanical tissue manipulation using pulsed vacuum.
Number
That's
3.
3 technologies, isn't it?
And you're
Oh, and massage rollers.
4.
Is that
4.
4?
Is there more typos? That was the best part.
I like that massage roller is counted as a technology.
It only
It's a
needs-
Jurassic technology.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, this is great. Check this out. It's according to the clinical data, the initial series consists of 15 treatments performed twice a week. Each treatment needs 45 to 60 minutes long, and usually it only needs 4 weeks to see obviously result.
Oh man.
I mean, it makes sense.
Did you read
That
about
makes
how
sense.
the size of buttocks, thigh, and abdominal is reduced? Obviously.
Well, and of course, obviously, it takes 4 weeks to see obviously result.
It is normal reaction after treatment and no need to be treated specially. If there is wound in the targeted area and the patient who are using anticoagulant medicine, it is not allowed to accept the treatment.
And let's not forget, comfortable treatment. The treatment is comfortable. It feels like a warm, deep tissue massage for most patients.
That's exactly
Unless
what she
you
said.
have a
Yeah.
wound.
She described it very. I mean, I'll try it.
Yeah. Wait, does it talk about how it's excreted from the body? Which
No,
is the
did she
coolest
say
part?
that?
Yes. Did
She
you
said
not
you
hear?
pee it out.
pee
No,
and
I had to
poop.
talk to her
You
fucking
pee-
son for 2 hours.
You pee and poop it
Her
out.
words were pee and poo.
You pee and poo it out.
Like in globs of fat. Like,
Yeah,
Like a Slurpee machine that just broke down.
yeah.
I don't know if that's true, but that's how I imagine it.
It's more fun to imagine it that way.
Yeah.
Really see it, you know.
Like cold gravy.
Steve, she said you could eat it if you didn't want to lose it.
yeah, she did.
No, she didn't.
Yes,
Yes,
she
she
did.
did.
Yeah, she
All right,
did.
well then now I'm gonna use it.
Uh,
Mari made a TikTok.
Nothing is as cool as pooping out your fat.
No, your TikTok is way cooler
Oh
than
my
that.
goodness. Mari, tell us about the TikTok.
Tell us about the TikTok,
Okay.
please.
Well,
For God's sakes.
wait, do you guys hear that?
Guys, Rhett and Link are downstairs burning their fat.
Well,
so
let's
they can
try it
eat
out.
it later. Go watch Rhett and Link.
They should. You should tell them about that machine.
They'd probably do
Maybe
it.
they'll come do it. Yeah.
Quick
Or
plug.
we should do it.
Well, we're going to do that too. We're going to try and do it for maybe the ad reads sometimes.
Oh, that's great.
Cool.
Or we should just do it. Let's just
listen
do a
to-
video where we go do it.
Well, yeah.
Not just like an ad thing.
Mari made a TikTok.
Yeah. Ear biscuits, guys, listen to it.
We
They've
bought a
been-
zoo.
They've been on a hell of a run lately.
Brought to you by Kuma Shape.
Okay.
Okay. Obviously. Wound.
Welcome to the Valley Cast.
Why
Obviously.
was the wound talked about?
Because it'll burn the anticoagulants
If
and then
it
it'll
have-
just open
yeah.
up. And then you'll be peeing, pooping, and bleeding out fat.
Can't wait to bleed out fat.
You guys ever done that deep wound therapy? Where you just cut open your body and let the fat fall out?
Obviously.
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 All right, TikTok.
Yes. Oh, did I just see a butt? Wow, so
Yeah,
many
I'm looking.
butts.
I'm trying to see what's the after treatment stuff to see if we can find out anything about the poop and
Is that what
pee.
that is?
No, it's just butts. It's
Yeah,
just
it's just
showing
butts.
butts.
We're going to title this, It Takes Us 73 Minutes to
To
talk about Mari's TikTok.
The longest TikTok. The pooping fat. I mean, you can probably tell based on whether it floats. Isn't that how you tell?
That
It's
is
fat
how
Oh,
you
floats.
because
tell.
fat floats.
Yeah, fat
Yeah.
floats. So if it's
Oh.
so after you do the treatment when you're pooping, if it's
Or if you have like an oily pee.
oh yeah, nice oily pee.
Let's
yeah.
call this episode
Yeah.
If you
Dropping
can put it in
Buoys.
a non-stick pan and heat it up, then it's probably going to be a fatty pee you got.
Yeah. Right. It raises the boiling point a little
got
bit.
treatment
Yeah,
That's how you know.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot
I
of
got that.
chemistry students.
I got
work
those
with it.
thick streams today.
7 more sessions.
Got a thick, slow stream today.
Guys, this machine says, or this article says, it's a Kuma shape for body slimming and fat lossing. Should we trust this thing?
Yeah,
If
for
you
sure.
can't get your description correct,
No, that's what
How do
you
you
know.
trust it?
Where
Because
is
they're not
this
trying
shit
to sell
from?
it too hard.
You
I
guys
like
are
that.
on one website.
listen to this. Listen to this testimonial from someone who's used it. Are you ready?
Yes.
People, this is from Pearly Neves. People used to laugh at me behind my back before I was in shape or successful.
Oh.
Once I lost a lot of weight, I was so excited that I opened my own gym and began helping others.
Damn.
I began to get quite a large following of students, and finally, I didn't catch someone laughing at me behind my back any longer.
Damn.
There's no way that's an actual.
Damn.
I
Wait,
swear to God.
wait, that has nothing to do with Kuma shape.
No, it doesn't.
Kuma
That-
shaped their lives.
It
That
just
has-
means that it helped. Maybe it helped them.
They got into shape. Wait, using Kuma shape, or did they like start
Wait,
running?
wait. 2 weeks before treatment, people should avoid using imitation sun tanning, or milk.
Dude, milk's just fat, dude.
You making this up?
No, I'm reading it right there.
You're gonna burn that milk fat.
What kind of people should do Kuma shape cellulite treatment? Anyone who hopes to improve the thighs.
How about anyone? How about anyone? What would you?
What are we looking at?
What is that?
Is that the turds?
Is that what fat
Those are
looks
fat
like?
cells.
That's fat
yeah,
cells.
Those are
and
fat
those
cells.
are one of the technologies is the massage roller,
God, you love it.
Oh my god.
I'm in it for the massages.
and it increases your cardio.
Obviously.
What's the giant pollen stuff?
Giant pollen.
I don't know. I think
Fat
it's
pollen.
human
Oh,
body
wait, one
stuff.
more thing
It's
here.
Just disgusting.
The eating,
Human bodies are disgusting.
They're just revolting.
guys.
We're just gross
Every one of them.
robots.
Yeah, just sacks of goop.
The eating habits cooperated with healthy can make the effect of shape and reduce surrounded degree more obviously. That sentence makes
Can you
feel
read that whole
sick.
thing again?
It makes me feel like something's wrong.
Dude, I think you're burning calories reading the sentences.
Okay,
That's
I'm gonna
half
read-
the
I'm
treatment.
gonna
You
read
just
it
have to
more.
read about it. Dude,
Can I read it
Burning
in my
calories but losing
Let
brain
me
cells.
Yeah.
read it in my open eyes, closed eyes, foreign guy voice. Okay. The eating habits cooperated with healthy can make the effect of shape and reduce surrounded degree more obviously.
Now can you do it again just in your normal voice, like you're trying to explain to me and
Yes.
Joe? that
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Like
Oh,
MR
like
that
it's natural?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, no,
Oh, so guys, just really quick about the Kuma shape
what's-
device.
man.
Yeah.
You were telling us about this.
Yeah. The eating habits cooperated with healthy
Uh-huh.
can make
What?
the effect of shape and reduce
wait.
surrounded degree more obviously.
yeah. Well, obviously.
Would you guys think I just like had a stroke?
Well, a very, very heavy debatation tonight.
It's too high again. Steve got the too high.
All right. Hey, Dude Baguli's here to tell us about his latest product endorsement, the Kuma Shape. Dude, what's that all about?
Well, I'll tell you, the eating habits cooperated with healthy can make the effect of shape and reduce surrounded degree more obviously.
That makes sense. That made sense with that voice.
Yeah, that one makes sense. That
I
one
feel like-
Mari should read it now. Mari, you read it. Right there, the eating habits.
as soothing as you can.
Hi,
please,
hi.
Mike.
Oh yeah, do like ASMR. Can you do-
the eating habits cooperated with healthy can make the effect of shape and reduce surrounded degree more obviously. Questions?
Question? Oh, it
I
does
have-
say
I have one
questions.
question.
No, it says questions.
I have one question.
No period. No period.
I have one question. How does the fat leave the body?
Obviously.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, obviously.
That's like as if you were saying that to an audience. There's a question. There's nothing after questions. Questions?
Questions.
Oh, man.
Wow, God bless it. I love it.
Thank
know,
you so much for being here, everybody.
It sounds dangerous.
Yeah, it does.
I feel like
It
we
does.
should maybe like yelp it.
Not only
Be like,
does it
"Don't
sound
do it."
dangerous, it sounds incorrect. It sounds as incorrect as it can possibly be.
Website. Good Lord.
Yeah, I think I need to save this.
So this TikTok.
Guys, one more thing. The skin looks very smooth. But with a little hard kneading thighs, buttocks, and other parts, we'll see orange peel.
Wait, what?
The skin looks very smooth, comma, but with a little hard kneading thighs, comma, buttocks and other parts, we'll see orange peel.
Okay.
It puts the lotion on the skin. Do you think I'm sexy?
Would you use Kuma shape on me? I'd use Kuma shape on me.
Kuma shape on me. What's that song that he plays in the
Goodbye
background?
horses.
Would you use Kuma shape on me? I'd use Kuma shape
So
on me.
Mari made a TikTok, and it has Robert Picardo in it,
Oh, man.
and who else?
Bill Nye.
Bill fucking Nye.
And they're
Whoa.
all
The
down to
science
play,
guy.
too.
And they're fucking dancing and doing a fashion show with
Oh,
you.
they're so goofy.
How did you do
They're
this?
super goofy.
How did this happen?
Oh, what happened? Kuma shape?
There is no way it just went out.
No,
Okay.
The TikTok.
The TikTok. Okay. Go.
Okay, how is weird because I feel like how is the same way that any of us are like how did any of
Yeah,
this
no
happen?
one knows. Yeah.
I
the,
know,
the,
you're
the path
right.
is always really really strange. My husband Pete and I, we are interested in space, but we're not like engineers, we're not scientists, we're not smart, we're
You're
not
space
like
fans.
We're fans. We're
Yeah.
just fanboys and
Space
fangirls.
groupies.
Yeah.
And so yeah, sure are.
Space groupies is great.
And like a couple years ago, we just reached out to Bill Nye's nonprofit, and we're like, we just want to work with you in any way possible. And that's really how it happened.
That's awesome.
And
That's
so we've been working
wonderful.
with them since then. And then I was like, Bill, you like went viral a couple days ago doing a fashion show on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yes, he did.
And it was him just like, if you haven't seen it, he's like grooving
Looking
on the
really
fashion
cool.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like looking like the guy that is enjoying it more than anybody else, and
Oh,
is
yeah.
just eating it up.
And just a great
And doesn't
suit.
care
Yeah,
about
he
what
look-
anybody thinks.
And
That
he
suit
looks
he was wearing
good.
was so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh man.
Yeah. And it was for a good cause. That one was for prostate cancer awareness. But he's just grooving. And like at the end, like, yeah, he's a engineer. He's Bill Nye the Science Guy. But first and foremost, he's an entertainer. And like he
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah.
Like he knows how to run production. He was basically running production on that TikTok. Like he was running rehearsals for us. He was like
my
keeping the beat.
God.
He was like,
Were there multiple versions? Did you do multiple takes?
it was 2 takes.
Two take.
Yeah.
Wow.
Two take Bill.
Yeah,
Two
that's what they
take
call him.
Bill. That
Yeah,
is what they call
two-take
him.
But
Bill.
usually he's 1 take Bill. He's such a pro.
He's
Yeah.
like he
But-
he knows that you need to point on a TikTok and do the whole like the graphics come up thing.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't think you shouldn't confuse 2 takes as a bad thing.
No.
The reason why they call him 2 take Bill is because you never know when you might need something different. Mm-hmm. And he'll give you 2
He'll
different
give you
takes
something
every
different.
time.
That's the thing. He nails both takes.
Yes,
he's
they're
actually
nailed.
1 take Bill doing 1 take twice.
It's almost
Yes.
like 1 take
Yeah.
twice, different the second time,
Yeah.
Obviously.
which was a little less flowy
Obviously.
than 2 take Bill.
He's a 2 take guy, 1 take taken twice.
The second take is a little different. 2 take Bill.
He is
That's him.
Bill Nye, a 1 take 2 take guy.
Wait, I want to know more about Robert Picardo. What was he doing there?
He's on the board.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and so the nonprofit is called the Planetary Society, and he's a board member, and Bill Nye is the CEO.
I'm raising my hand.
Yeah,
You guys,
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I don't know who he is.
Robert Picardo was in Star Trek. Was he in the Next Generation?
Star Trek Voyager.
Voyager. Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad. But he's also in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just show Joe the photo. Yeah,
This guy, yeah.
You know him. You've seen him.
He's the Doctor.
Played the doctor.
Yeah,
No,
Is
he's
that
not
Voyager
Q.
or
Oh, okay. Yes, I
Deep
know.
Space Nine?
Oh, he's just so much older now.
Yeah.
But his last name is Picardo, and he
Picardo.
was on the show with Picard.
Well, I don't think he was on TNG.
oh, okay.
I think he was on Voyager.
On Voyager. Okay, that's where I was getting.
But he's
confused.
in
Like,
every
why is
Joe
his
Dante
name-
movie. He's in Gremlins. Remember in Gremlins 2?
Mhm. I know
The
who
guy-
he is now.
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
no, it's
But
bananas.
I didn't know him so old. Yeah.
It's just I don't know. And again, I say like all of us because I think there have been many times in all of our lives in these recent years we're like, how is this happening?
Yeah.
How am I sitting
Going
at
through a lot
this
of that,
table with
yeah.
this person? You know, like
All of it. It's
Yeah.
all real silly.
You
It's
have to
the
take
whole
a s-
journey.
yeah.
Just being like, wait a minute. So I did this thing, and then this thing, and this thing, and now I'm here, and it's so weird.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no singular. Like you couldn't map out. I'm sure if you go back in 10 times or 10 years in your life, be like, oh yeah, you just do this, and that's how you get it. It's like, nope, this is all just a bunch
Yeah, there's
of
no
weird.
path really.
there's no
No,
school
yeah.
for it.
There's no here or there. It's just like you kind of these things just happen to you if you're in the
Well,
right place at the right
There's like
time.
persistence, luck,
and persistence, yeah.
talent for many,
Charisma.
And Kuma shape.
and Kuma,
Kuma shape and you.
and Kuma shape.
If you, I mean,
Obviously.
take that like path path theory with anybody, and we'll use Mari as an example. We're talking about her doing a TikTok with Bill Nye, and I'm going to steal your story from you for a second, so please correct me whenever I'm wrong. But you grew up in like a super like ballet dance centric household, and that was probably your path for the longest time. And then you answered an internet call and went and auditioned for 2 17-year-old boys, and that led to you hanging out with Bill Nye.
Yeah. Wow. It's so weird. I never thought that I would do anything else other than ballet, because that was the only track that I ever was put on. And I want to say I was put on like as if like I didn't have any control, but when I was in my adolescence, it very much felt that way.
Yeah.
Do you still do ballet at all?
I take class here and there.
Cool.
But it took a good like 5 years to get back into ballet without having like asinine thoughts in my mind.
What do you mean, like stress? Like I got to be as good as I was, or like?
Yeah, it's that. It's, you know, not being in the constrained sort of like box of what a dancer should be. And I grew up with it. I've been doing it since I was 2.5, and it was competitive, and I did it to do that as a job. So I don't know.
Wow, that's nuts.
Yeah.
I had no idea. That's very cool.
Yeah, I'm a second generation ballerina. And so for a lot of it, it felt like it was the only job that I'll ever have.
Do your I'm sure you've answered this a million times, but are your parents like weird? Like were they like, you should do the ballet and not do this?
I was so afraid of changing my career that I concurrently did all like Smosh stuff and YouTube stuff with having a full-time ballet career for 2 years for sure, and then another 2.5 years on top of that while maintaining a part-time dancing gig.
Your poor feet. Your poor feet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're disgusting. They're just nubs. Don't look.
I won't.
No,
oh no, I'm
you'll
not.
have
looking.
nightmares.
I'm not. Yeah, no. But if they're not doing well, there's a this thing called the Kuma shape.
Shape.
Hook
If you
up
got real
with.
fat feet, we can work
Tell
on
me
it.
about this Kuma shape.
Well, any blemishes that you have are going to be gone, obviously, as long as you live health. There you go.
As long as-
I can say that after treatment, the therapeutic area may be slightly reddish in a short time and even feel slightly warm in a few hours. But the patient can resume normal activities immediately.
Unless you don't want to. Then you go to JPL. You hang out at JPL now. You go there and
I
you
don't
don't hang,
just
but you get to
hang
go
there.
there.
Do you know
I-
Bobek or Bobek?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Bobek.
cool.
Yeah,
He's
he
cool.
gave us a tour a couple months ago.
That's cool.
So
yeah.
dope.
No, it's cool because I'm so not qualified to be walking around there. Like I'm a space fan, but I'm such an amateur. And
yeah,
like
but you're also like a good person, and you're talented, and you're funny, and I think you can make friends with people easily, and you're a good person, and you're a good person, and
obviously.
and you love the
Obviously.
Kuma
You
shape.
have good
So,
health.
so obviously you deserve to be there.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I
you've
think
earned it.
that's what it comes down to, and that's it took me 30 years of my life to understand that it's like the imposter syndrome that you have in your brain is like just it's an echo chamber of what you've heard your whole life of like what you don't deserve and blah 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 all this stuff. And it's like as long as you just like show up to shit and you're not an asshole, like you will it'll take you very far.
Right.
Yeah, be nice, work hard. I think is pretty much what it boils down
Be
to.
nice,
Heck yeah.
work
For the most
hard,
part.
Kuma
Have you
shape.
been to space camp? Did you do space camp?
No, I didn't get to go
I
to
did
much of
space camp.
any camps when I was a kid because it was
Really?
all ballet. It would take away from ballet time.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So I never went to to a Washington D.C. trip either, and so the first time that I went was last year, and then again this year to lobby Congress, and
Oh,
so it
nice.
was like I skipped the whole 8th grade thing.
I'm going to Washington D.C. in April and staying an extra day, not so I can lobby, just so I can look around at things.
Dude,
Have you never
Very
been?
excited. I've been as a kid,
Oh,
but I'm excited to go now as an adult. With
are you gonna go to the
opinions.
museum?
you've got to go.
Gotta, you can get lost
I
in the
definitely want to go
Smithsonian.
see the Constitution because I've never read it. No, I have. I just wanna see
Never,
it.
because I've never read it.
I've never heard of it, never seen it, and yeah,
love that.
and
Don't believe in it.
What I don't
I'll
know about
believe it when I see
maybe
it.
the museum. I might do the museum.
You got to
yeah.
go to the Smithsonian.
Is
Do you
that
know
the
what
big
they're
one?
doing at the White House right now?
Oh,
A
who
party?
knows? Who knows these days?
They're building a taller fence. It's called the Fence Project, and they're basically just building a taller wall around the White House.
Good.
Because
more
people
security.
keep throwing banana peels over it
Well,
or something,
wasn't it
or
like
what's happening?
it was a couple years ago? Somebody just straight up
Jumped
jumped over.
it. Yeah.
I
and
mean,
like
it's
made it all the way to the like inside. Did they not make
I
it?
don't
to the
think
inside?
you made it inside.
But pretty far, right?
It's like-
Like
but they-
everyone was like, "How do you get that far?"
If they're gonna redo a fence, how come it's not already up? Like they've been working on this for a while. Like he's almost out of, like
Yeah, I don't know.
hopefully he's out of.
I mean, who knows? Maybe it was. Who knows how long that stuff takes? I really don't know any. In the election process that's going on now, I'm learning how little I know about any of that stuff.
Yeah.
From passing a bill to.
I don't want to read the whole article, but
hope it's more
it
Kuma
says White House fence jumper made it far deeper into the White House than previously known.
make it in?
I don't know. See, that's
Oh.
Armed intruder at White House got to East Room, but that was
Holy
2014.
shit.
What's the East Room?
I mean, one of the
Wait,
rooms.
2014.
That was 2014. Yeah.
It's 2020, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Right?
We think.
Yes.
Why is the fence still
Fences
only
are
halfway
hard.
up?
Fences are hard. They're
Fences are
very, very difficult.
I feel like
you
if
can't
you're
just
like,
willy nilly go putting up fences. Not in this country.
No, you cannot. You need a lot of permits.
The bureaucracy behind a fence.
So much white tape.
You said I bet that is
Not
what it
red
is.
tape.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's, yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's taxpayer money, so people are like, well, I don't want that to be built. Yeah.
oh, it's
All the way
half-assed.
into
Anyway.
the White House.
Yeah, I guess so. In 2014.
Man, that's impressive.
Well, you should go to Space Camp, Mari.
You should go to Space Camp, Mari.
Mari, go to space
As the
camp.
Mari
strange
and I-
30-something-year-old.
Do you
Yeah.
remember in New York we did an event that Neil deGrasse Tyson was at?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really
We
cool.
didn't get to see him.
That was the closest I got to doing a cool thing
Yeah.
like your thing you just did with Bill Nye.
Yeah.
But that was cool.
I don't know what I would have said to Neil. Do you
I
know what you?
well, he was there.
I know.
And he was like talking to people and stuff.
What
and
would
he
you have
was-
said to Neil?
What is the probability that aliens are real? Like, what is it? Like, what's the percentage?
What if he was
Interesting.
like, Steve, I don't say this to anybody else, but 0.
I'd be so sad.
I wouldn't tweet this because it wouldn't get a lot of favorites, but there's not aliens.
Didn't that movie? What was that movie? Ad Astra.
didn't
That's basically
see it.
what Ad Astra is about.
I watched Ad Astra. Yeah, that was
You didn't like it?
it's real boring.
I thought overall it was just fine, but there was some really cool stuff in it.
so cool.
Like there's a space airport.
I love the way they made the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like it
Like
was
a-
a cool vision of the future.
That's the Brad Pitt one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a
Seen it.
space LAX, and there's like space pirates, and there's like a moon battle and stuff.
If
Steve.
after you.
You sure?
Oh yeah, I have nothing important.
Yeah, Mari, go.
Okay, if I dared you to go to Neil deGrasse Tyson and start a conversation about you thinking the Earth was flat, would you do it?
That's what I was gonna say.
Absolutely.
That's
You
what-
would?
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
For how
I want-
much? Like $1?
I'll do it for free.
You do it for
Oh,
free?
He would
yeah.
100% do
yeah.
that.
I
yeah.
would do it. I would
Oh
do it.
Can
for
you make
my
it
No
happen?
problem.
I'll do it.
God, just to trigger
You know
him?
what I would do? I would go, Neil, you see that part of the horizon right there? And I go, you see that part of the horizon over there? That was about the same. What's going on?
Yeah.
No
How come
curve.
I can see
Flat.
it?
It's flat. Yeah.
Excuse me.
It looks like I can see forever every direction, so...
Have you ever been to space? Can you even see the Earth? Have you seen the Earth with your own eyes, Neil deGrasse
I have a
Tyson?
theory that vaccines make you believe that the Earth is round.
Man, you guys would end up on Tube Filter.
Oh, my God.
The
It
Tube
makes
Filter
so
article.
much
That's a
sense.
really. Remember when we got a question at some point that was like, make up a conspiracy theory?
Yeah.
That's
That's the one.
perfect.
It explains
a
why
good
everyone
one.
thinks it's round and why it's actually not. The people who
So I just want to do something really normal, really quick, because this podcast has been so fucking weird so far. but Mari, what we do is we bring topics to the table, and I don't know how much more time we've been going for 46 minutes. Cool. So we can kind of does anybody have like a really short? Like I feel like my topic's kind of short, and it would be a nice topical.
I mean, we're
round
not in a
out.
rush. Go for it, man.
I mean, I just don't want to like take too long and then have everybody be sad they didn't get to do their topic or whatever. But
I don't think anybody will be sad, but we also don't have to stop at an hour. Just go for it. We're
okay,
rocking.
I want to talk just a little bit about Rick Moranis.
Dude, I was so happy when I saw that.
Yeah.
He's coming back in the
very
right
exciting.
way.
Anytime
No.
a celebrity is like trending on Twitter, though, like I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh no.
I know.
My first gut reaction is like, oh shit.
I saw
I
a
know.
great Hank Green tweet regarding what you're talking about, which was, when it comes to trending topics, if it's bad news, can it please just be a different color? Wouldn't that make so much sense?
That's actually really good. That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
But then you start going like, well, what do people consider bad news?
So kind of tangentially, but hopefully
That's a
not
good
too
point.
tangentially. But Obviously, this is a very sad thing, and I'm sorry to bring it up, but it's part of a humorous thing. But when Robin Williams died, which was like a horrible fucking day in our history, I was at the Taco Bell headquarters filming something, and we were like an hour into the
your
news.
NASA.
Yeah, Taco Bell is my NASA, I think. I'm a Taco Bell fanboy. So
Taco groupie.
Taco
Yeah.
groupie. But anyway, so we were like an hour into the news about it, and most people knew. And at one point, we were like kind of silent in this room we were shooting in, and someone came in and was like, "Guys, Robert Williams died."
Oh no. No.
And I lost it. I was like,
Wait, laughing or crying?
laughing. I could not fucking believe it. And I waited to see if they were going to correct themselves, and they didn't. And everyone was just like, what? Like, some people were like, yeah, I know. Robin Williams was really a great. You know, like, you people do that thing where they try to cover it up. I just could not handle it.
no.
I could not fucking handle it. Robert Williams died.
Tell me
I
about
mean-
Robert.
It's
What
the
do you know about
yeah. What's your
Robert?
favorite Robert Williams movie?
I love the film. But anyway, so Rick Moranis has signed.
Mrs. Groutlier.
He said, Dr. Doubtfire. So Rick Moranis signed a deal to return to Honey I
By
Shrunk
10 Manimal Man.
Pirate Hook.
Hal-Ladin. Val-Ladin.
Hey, Vietnam.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so anyway, Rick Moranis signed a deal to come back to the Honey I Shrunk the Kids franchise with a movie called Shrunk,
Great.
and apparently involves Josh Gad as his son.
I'm so in, and I hate that I'm so in, but I'm so in.
Yeah, it says the movie centers on Gad's character, who's the son of Moranis's Wayne Zelinsky, and is aspiring to be a great scientist like his father, but accidentally shrinks his kids.
Wait
and
a
then
minute.
it's
Reboot or extension?
well, apparently people are calling it a reboot, but it seems like it's just a sequel.
Is it the baby grown up? Is Josh Gad the baby that got blew up, but now he's grown
if
up?
Josh Gad is the baby, that would be very good.
I don't want it to be a reboot.
It's not a reboot.
Me neither.
Yeah, I want
think
it to be an extension.
I think
It's a
Hollywood
sequel.
is realizing now that reboot is a bad word, and so they're just doing really long sequels.
Because he's
Yeah.
not.
Oh, that's great
can't be-
news.
he's
Joe
not-
Johnston is directing it.
That's
He's the guy that
amazing.
did the original, and he did Rocketeer and shit.
Yeah, he's
like
a great
that.
director.
And, what's the horse one? Hidalgo.
I always like the second Honey I Shrunk the Kids.
You like the second one?
Yeah, because the one with the giant oatmeal cream pie. I just like
That's
that.
the
What's
first
the
one.
second one?
Is that the first
That's
one?
the first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
with the ant.
The second one's
Oh, the
Honey
Auntie?
second one is Honey I Blew
Honey, I
Up
blew
the
up the
Kid.
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, by the way,
Death to Stanley Tucci.
really holds up.
It's another Robert Williams
All
movie.
right.
Robert Williams.
But by the way, Honey, I Blew Up the Kid holds up. It's insane.
Really?
I remember
Yeah.
not liking it as much when I was a kid.
I loved it.
yeah,
as
I was
kid.
a first movie like snob.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I loved it, but the third one is like, don't watch it.
Yeah. Josh Gad can't be the other two kids because one was like the cool kid. No, he was the
No,
neighbor.
one was a nerd and one was like a blonde girl.
He is. He's the nerd then. He's either the baby or the nerd.
He might be the nerd
Yeah.
or the baby. I guess he'll probably be the nerd.
He'll probably be the nerd.
I just watched, not to segue too far away, but in the land of sequels, I have never seen any of the John Wick movies, and I just watched the third one.
What?
So good.
Yeah.
You
So
just
good.
broke me.
Yeah, I've never done that.
Can't do that.
And I just watched Parasite, and that's the end of that statement. But I loved the John Wick one, and I'm very excited for John
Elliot,
Wick 4.
I'm so upset with you right now.
I know.
That's a
I
great
don't watch.
trilogy.
I don't do the movies. I don't do them.
You
Robert
can't
Williams
do the
is in
third
0
movie
of
of
those
a
movies.
trilogy.
If Robert Williams isn't in it, I'm not watching it.
You can't just be like, I've never seen Lord of the Rings, but I saw Return of the King. It's pretty good.
I mean, you can do that.
I know, but
I don't
it's
know.
insane.
No, you can't.
It wasn't-
No, you
Can't
can't.
do
No, you
it.
can't do that.
The John Wick plot wasn't exactly like.
I mean, they are
losing me.
They're kind of all the same, but you gotta. I mean,
Oh, I'll
God
go back.
damn it.
I'll go back.
Well,
But
then you gotta go backwards.
it was available for free, and I was like, all right, I'll watch it.
We'll
Okay.
watch the second one next.
Rick Moranis is
go
back.
then watch the
completely
first.
back.
Yeah, go backwards at least.
Mari made a TikTok.
we already discussed the take. Wait. Right?
All right. Your TikTok?
We did.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, so
Dive right
okay.
back in.
So my topic is
Bill Nye.
okay. So here's my topic. So Rick Moranis has come back after fucking ever from not being in movies.
Very
he
excited.
just decided he didn't want to be in movies anymore.
Because,
He wanted to be a
because he
dad.
wanted to be a dad.
A dad.
It was
He
actually real tragic what happened.
he lost
in
his
his
wife,
life.
right?
Yeah.
Right, and he wanted to
It's
be with
real
his
sad.
kids and raise his kids, and that's wonderful, and it's really sweet and wonderful, and I think that's great. But nobody's been able to get him back for anything, and nobody's been able to convince him to do anything. But by the way, I want to say like 10 years ago, maybe a little less, he did like a country album.
Yeah.
And then he went on Conan and performed. I remember it was a big deal to me to be like, I need to see Rick Moranis perform country music. And I guess it was like comedy country or something.
I don't know.
Anyway,
It's very Steve Martin with the banjo.
kind of, yeah. So anyway, so Rick Moranis is coming back for this movie. Very cool, very awesome. So my question to you guys is, who is an actor that you haven't seen in forever that you'd love to see come back for something? Or just come back. And to help you, I have a list.
Rick Moranis would be my number one.
Yeah.
So,
Totally.
but yeah, let's blow through a list.
I have a
list.
list of 33 actors who have kind of not done anything in a long
But
time.
the rule is that they are alive, correct?
Yes, they are alive.
Without the list even coming
Yeah,
up,
go ahead.
I'd like to see a Sean Connery appearance.
That's nice.
Yeah.
But he's not high on it. He's just the first one that came to my head.
Yeah,
but,
no,
like,
that's great.
He'd
What's
be
the last
good.
thing he's done?
I mean,
It might have been League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh, right.
yeah, because he didn't.
Everyone
Whoa.
hated that, but I loved it.
He didn't want to come back
I
for
liked it
Indy
too.
4.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
they tried to get him
It's
to come
fun.
back and he wouldn't do it.
What's the? Can you give me some?
Yeah, Toby Maguire.
Wait, what?
Well, they said they said
That's
Yeah.
just a name.
Remember
You're just
Toby?
saying names.
I mean, they're saying he
Paul
hasn't.
Rudd.
They're saying he hasn't been in a movie in years.
God, I
that
can't wait
true?
till Melissa McCarthy makes a comeback.
They're saying right here is Cameron Diaz,
Okay.
Monique. Remember Monique?
Uh-huh.
She's great.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, he's been absent for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of like, it's one of those things where it's a reminder of time passes and it's kind of sad and that he's so far not what he was.
Meg Ryan.
I would
yeah,
like
it's
to
been a
see I would like to see Todd Phillips do a movie called Riddler with Jim Carrey. And then
That'd be
redo
cool.
The whole,
Cool.
That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
I've always said if they brought that character back doing it in like the Nolan universe or some of these more gritty ones, let Jim Carrey take another
Yep.
crack at the Riddler.
I still liked him in Batman Forever. Like I still think he was a great
It's just the palette of
Riddler.
that movie
But yeah,
was
neon.
yeah.
Ashley Judd.
She's great.
Allison
Yeah.
Hannigan.
She's not acting anymore. I don't know.
Allison Hannigan is the host of
Yeah.
Fool Us on CW.
Oh,
Yes, she is.
Penn
shit.
and Teller.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh, yeah, it's been a
Okay.
hot minute.
Katherine Heigl.
Okay.
Kel Mitchell. Although he pops up from time
Okay.
to time. Kelly McGillis.
How many of these
from
people
Top
not
Gun.
acting are by choice though? Like
Phoebe
Rick,
Cates.
Rick Moranis was a choice.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
I don't feel like all of these people are a choice.
It's also like the hype is real because he's coming back with a title that we all really know about. Like, what if it
Yeah.
was like Rick Moranis in like the next Triple X? You know, like
yeah. Or
like
Yeah.
would
I wouldn't
people
care.
be?
I think people would
or like
still be.
or like what if they
Yeah.
were like Rick Moranis is doing the guys that did Uncut Gems, like he's doing a movie with those guys.
God.
Like that'd be
Ooh.
fucking crazy.
Oh my
Safdie
goodness.
brothers. Safdie brothers.
Gene Hackman,
Gene is a good one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gene's a great one.
He retired.
JTT.
Before he had
Where is
passed.
JTT?
Where is JTT?
Oh yeah, he went to Harvard and then not. Or
Martin
he
Lawrence.
acts every once in a while, and he was
Martin
in Bad
Lawrence
Boys.
was just in Bad Boys 3. So
Oh, that's
good.
he came back.
Aaron Eckhart.
Who's that?
Did he stop acting?
he was
I don't feel like these
Two-Face
people
from-
stopped acting. My
Thank
number
you.
Says
one.
he hasn't
okay.
been anything since 2016.
My number one since he had passed, or before he had passed recently, was Gene Wilder. I wanted to see Gene
Yeah.
Wilder in something
I did.
so
I wanted to
bad.
see him and Mel Brooks do one last thing.
Yeah.
I also wanted that for Bob Hoskins.
Yeah, man. It's real
Bob
sad.
Kind of
about Bob.
hoping.
Bobby
I was still
Hoskins,
holding
yeah.
out for a Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, some kind of
Sequel.
sequel or something. There was something
know.
planned.
I could see Disney Plus doing something with the Roger Rabbit now.
I'd be
I know.
really into that.
I would love just to create shorts. Just
Randy
do
Quaid.
cartoon shorts.
Yeah.
And
Randy Quaid's like on
Randy
a
Quaid lost his
commune
mind.
somewhere, just screaming at the government.
I don't know if Jesse Eisenberg really counts. Patricia Arquette.
He's coming out in a
she's
movie
been
too.
around.
This is
Patricia
this
Arquette's in
list
it.
is this
Yeah.
list is wrong.
I mean, Billy Zane.
yeah, I'd like to see Billy Zane.
Dude,
yeah.
you want to see Billy Zane? Give it $500 and he will give you a cameo.
Where's Devon Sawa?
Well, it's a big deal in
Yeah,
Billy.
I would
there you
expect a
go.
Devon Sawa in there. Yeah.
Oh, I have mine.
What is it?
It's Josh Hartnett.
Oh, there you go.
Bad
That's
choice.
a
Great
great
choice.
choice. I
Yeah.
love that.
He was great, and he
That's
started
great.
doing a bunch of indie movies. But
Yeah,
I don't
he was
know.
great.
I don't know where he went.
Emilio Estevez had been kind of MIA for a while, but he's coming back for that Mighty Ducks.
Quack.
I'd like
Quack.
to see Donald Glover
Quack.
back to acting.
Oh, Donald Glover would be great.
In a comedic.
Wesley Snipes,
Great.
Blake.
Mike Myers. Mike Myers has been in things, but I'd like to see him try to come back and maybe do a comedy thing. There's Josh Hartnett right there.
Yeah.
We're living in
Same.
such a great time for all that stuff that I wouldn't put it past any of these to pop
Well,
back
it's like
up and
there's
have their-
opportunities galore, but then there's also opportunities for them. I bet for them to make their passion projects too.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just like getting cast. I think it's like, hey, we got to fill up all of this stuff. And
Yeah.
they're just giving people good deals
What about
and opportunities.
Sarah Michelle Gellar?
Sure,
Yeah.
I'm fine with it all.
She was in a commercial last year
Yeah.
for Olay.
Steve, who is your answer?
I mean, I guess it is Rick Moranis for sure, but
With the Uncut Gems thing, I wouldn't mind a like Dane Cook-esque thing. Like if he were to come back in a way that
Oh,
was
Dane
completely
Cook.
rebranding himself and just like being gritty and dark, and not his like trying to recapture what he was before, I think it'd be very fun.
yeah.
I don't know.
I never had like thick Dane Cook hate. Did you guys have Dane Cook hate?
I didn't like him. For the same
Too
reason I
broy for
kind
you?
of didn't really like Ryan Reynolds very much.
I watched
yeah.
him live at like the Improv for like months at a time. He's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was like post all the hate.
Yeah.
And yeah, he still had
wow.
it.
That's
he
good.
still had
He's
it.
a storyteller
great.
and a performer, you know, so he knows how to, I think, rock a crowd at the end of the day.
All right. Well, anyway, that's the end of my little topic. So if anybody wants to go on,
I'm very excited for Rick to come back.
me too, man. Especially with Honey I Shrunk the Kids. I have a soft spot for those movies.
I'll save my topic for tomorrow when we do my podcast because it's a little bit more involved.
Or in the future. Yeah.
All right. Well, Mari, does anybody want to say anything else, or should we wrap it up, or how you feeling?
Yeah, Mari, how are you today?
How are you, Mari?
So Kuma shape.
Are you talking about Kuma Shape 2?
Kuma shape too.
Oh, yeah.
Kuma Shaper,
The Kuma Shape of Water.
the return.
Where can people find you? Mari, where can people find you?
All around at Atomic Mari. I'll be probably I'll probably be doing more things this year on my YouTube channel. I want to.
That's cool.
I want to do this series with my mom.
Whoa.
Nice.
Is that just a tease? You don't want to talk about it?
No,
Or you
I
can't
know
talk
exactly what I want to do with it.
About it? Do you want to talk about it? Or
Mom
do you wanna-
fights. It's like bum
Sure.
fights, but with moms.
Oh shit! Is this an exclusive? Have you talked about this anywhere?
No, I haven't.
We got an
have the
exclusive.
Hey, everybody, play that exclusive music.
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Bump that. Yeah, no, I want to do a series. Literally, I had a moment when I was following her around while she was producing her yearly Nutcracker performances, and I was like, man, like, I don't know. Call me morbid. I had a moment where I'm like, man, this isn't gonna always last, and
Wow,
I've
that's
had these moments where I've had awesome talks with my mom, and we've had such a journey of like, she was like hardcore tiger mom when I was a kid. She was more of a coach than a mom in my sense, and as we've grown, we've evolved so much, and so I'm like, I want to have these talks with her. And I also had a moment where I want to like, I guess I want to rewrite what success is. And like, so much of it has always been like, how many hits does something get? Is it on the trending page? How many likes does something get? And late last year, I was just like, you know what? I just want to make content that I'm going to look back on 50 years from now and just be like, I'm proud of that. And I love it. And I was in videos with people I love and things like that. And so it really hit me hard when I was following my mom around, her doing these like productions, and I'm like, I just want to ask her questions and have just a set of videos where I talk to her. And so it's going to be
That's a great idea.
Do it.
Thanks. It'll be in Japanese. It'll be subtitled.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Cool.
love that.
Yeah, because my mom and I talk in Japanese, and so it'll have the most.
Oh my god, I
best
love
flow.
it. I'm
That's
a big
great.
fan.
Can you
of
just
that.
do one episode? You can release it special. Just it's in Kuma shape.
God damn it.
The subtitles will be all Kuma
Yeah,
shape.
in Kuma shape.
Do you have a title for it yet?
Yeah, it's called Ocha with Mom. Ocha means green tea. So it's just
Beautiful.
my heart is warm.
In.
I love it.
In.
It's interesting because it's like it's nothing that is. It would never be on a Smosh Games. It would never be on a Smosh channel. And for that reason, I'm like, it has to live on my channel. And
Yeah, because
I
then
kinda
it's all
love that.
yours, and you have full control. And
yeah, and
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I think like we've all have such different like facets of like of our lives. We're not always goofy, and we're not always Kuma shape. We can have conversations like this too. You know what I mean? It's like I think it plays on different levels, and I think the audience is.
I also
ready
feel
for
like
it.
just
Cool.
talking with your mom is like the best way to be the most authentic version for people
Yep.
that they've ever seen. Because when you're talking to your mom, you can't really keep up that like fake like I'm a host and welcome to the da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
for
at least my mom
sure.
would be like, "What are you doing?"
And also, what a wonderful way to kind of like have a time capsule of that time with your mom. That's something you
Yeah.
could come back to.
That's a beautiful way of saying it.
love
That's
it.
exactly that.
Yep.
I love
Yeah.
that.
And it's nice because then you can present that to, future generations of your family and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
I gotta say, I think that's a wonderful thing, and I think it's a goddamn crime that we haven't had you over here yet. And this is the first time we've had you in
She's
the
been here
Valley
multiple
Folk
times.
office.
Just you couldn't be here. And
Oh,
Kuma shape, Kuma shape, Kuma shape.
Where's the cat?
Kuma shape, Kuma shape.
Kuma shape.
Thank you for watching.
Anyway, thank you for
Thank
being
you,
here,
Mari.
Mari. It has been a wonderful time having you here, and I'm sorry that we were so distracted
It's
by
a
other
train wreck.
shit.
Oh, it's
such
amazing.
a train wreck.
This is great.
But-
Guys, this might be the new number 9.
It very well could be. I don't want to say.
It took us 100 exactly more episodes. To
I don't
get
think
there.
it's for us
Yeah.
to
This is
say.
109.
Whoa.
We'll see what the audience thinks, but I do want to say next time we'd love to have some real in-depth discussions with you about things
And your mom.
and your mom, obviously, and then and if by then your show is out, that'd be really cool. And you
So I'm
can
just going to
Yay.
schedule you and your mom for Trivia Bidet. And
oh my gosh. Also, she'd be a pro. So
That's true. Well, Mari, thank you so much for coming, and we appreciate you. And please come back.
thank you.
Thank you, Mari.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, Joe, you want to end us on a little quote?
Where's the Kuma shape?
No, it's not. It's supposed to be.